Hello everyone, welcome to Miss Lee's class. Today we're going to learn order of operations with fractions. So we learned BADMAS in grade 7. So does anybody remember what BADMAS stand for? Okay, B, BADMAS. B stands for, what is it everyone? Brackets. E stands for exponents. D stands for divisions. M stands for multiplication. A is addition. S, subtraction. Okay. Alright everyone, what's important here is D and M, division and multiplication. They're in the same rank. What I mean is D is not ahead of M. So they're in the same rank. So whatever comes first, you do that one first. A and S, same thing. They're in the same rank. So you do whatever comes first. Okay? So for example, when you have 10 multiplied 2 divided by 5, we know in BADMAS, D comes first. But as I said, D and M, A and S, they're in the same rank. So if you look at this, we don't do division first because multiplication comes first. We do multiplication first. So 10 times 2, 20, divided by 5, which is 4. Okay? And addition is the same when you have 10 minus 3 plus 2. So subtraction comes first. 10 minus 7, 7. 10 minus 3 is 7. 7 plus 2 is 9. So the answer is 9. Okay? Alright, let's look at example 1. We have subtraction and multiplication. Which one would you do first? Multiplication. Right? Okay, let's do multiplication. 3 over 8 times 2 over 3. So we can reduce it. 3 divided by 3, 3 divided by 3. And we can reduce 2 and 8 as well. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 8 divided by 2 is 4. So reduce it. And that is 1 over 4. Okay? So this is 1 over 4. And let's rewrite it. 5 over 16 minus 1 over 4. Okay, so when you subtract, how would you subtract fractions? So we learned it in chapter 4. How would you subtract the fractions? The first step, we have to make the common denominator. So what's the common denominator here? We're going to make the common denominator 16. So we're going to multiply 4 and multiply 4. And that is 5 over 16 minus 4 over 16. Okay, so when we subtract, keep the denominator and subtract the numerator. 5 minus 4 is 1. So 1 over 16. Okay, next. Whoa, example 2 looks a little bit more complicated. So 1 over 3, 1/3 times 9 minus 2 minus 5 over 6. Which operation would you do first? So think about BADMAS. We have bracket here. So we're going to do the bracket first. 9 minus 2. What's 9 minus 2, everyone? 7. Okay. Then 1/3. Let's rewrite it. 1/3 times 7. Okay, everyone. You can change 7 to a fraction to 7 over 1 minus 5 over 6. Okay, 1 times 7 is 7. 3 times 1 is a 3 minus 5 over 6. Again, we're going to make the common denominator. So we're going to multiply this by 2, this by 2. And 14 over 6 minus 5 over 6. 14 over 6 minus 5 over 6. Keep the denominator and subtract the top, 14 minus 5, which is 9. Okay, now we have to reduce the fraction. So one number can divide both 9 and 6. That is 3. So 9 divided by 3 is 3. 6 divided by 3 is 2. So 3 over 2. Or we can change that to a mixed number, which is 1 and 1 over 2. 2 goes into 3 once. 1 and 1 over 2. Alright? Okay, now I want you to try B and C by yourself. Go ahead, everyone. Alright, letter B. Let's do it together. So what operation would you do first? We have division and bracket. So we're going to do the bracket first. Okay, inside the bracket, we have 1 and 3 over 4 plus 1 and 1 over 2. So let's make the common denominator by timesing by 2. So 1 and 3 over 4 plus 1 and 2 over 4. Okay? And let's add them up. 1 plus 1 is 2. 3 plus 2 is 5. And the denominator is 4. Okay. And after that, everyone, so we're going to rewrite it. 2n 1 over 2 divided by 2n 5 over 4. Division. When you have division, you always need to change it to improper fraction. Change it to improper fractions. So 2 times 2 plus 1. So let's change it to improper fraction. 2 times 2 plus 1 is 5 divided by 4 times 2 is 8. 8 plus 5 is 13. We've changed it. And 5 over 2, keep the first fraction, change the middle, 4 over 13. Okay, now we're going to reduce 2 and 4. Reduce it diagonally. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 4 divided by 2 is 2. Okay, 5 times 2 becomes 10. 1 times 13 becomes 13. The answer is 10 over 13. Okay, next, C. We have subtraction, division, and multiplication, and bracket. Okay, inside the bracket, we have 1/8 plus 1 over 4. So 1 over 4, we're going to make a common denominator by multiplying it by 2. So 1 over 8 plus 2 over 8. Okay, then we keep the denominator at the top. So 3 over 8. So let's rewrite everything. So 3 over 4 minus 2 over 3 divided by 4 over 5 times by 3 over 8. After rewriting, we're going to look at the operation. Minus, division, and multiplication. So which one do we do first? Division or multiplication? As I said, they're in the same rank. Division and multiplication are in the same rank. We do whatever comes first. So we're going to do the division first. Okay? Okay, let's do division. So keep, change, flip. Okay? Keep, change, flip. Then I get, so when you solve it, let's reduce it. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 4 divided by 2 is 2. Then I get 5 over 6. Okay, after finding it, I want you to rewrite it. So if you don't want to make mistake, I want you to rewrite the full expression again and again. Okay, 5 over 6 times 3 over 8. Okay, everyone, 5 over 6 times 3 over 8. So we're going to multiply it. So before we multiply, we can reduce it. 3 and 6. 3 divided by 3 is 1. 6 divided by 3 is 2. Okay? Then that becomes 5 times 1 is 5. 2 times 8 is 16. Okay? then that is 3 over 4 minus 5 over 16. Okay, so finally we're going to do subtraction. To do that, we make common denominator. Multiply by 4. Then I have 4 times 3, 12. 4 times 4, 16, minus 5 over 16. Okay, keep the denominator. 12 minus 5 is 7. So the answer is 7 over 16. So the answer is 7 over 16. Okay, that was pretty complicated. But if you do everything step by step, you will be able to get the correct answer. And again, everyone, when you find each operation, I want you to rewrite the equation over and over again. Otherwise, you will make a mistake. Okay, if you don't want to make mistakes, just keep writing the expression every step. Okay? Example 3. Bev earns $25 per hour as a machine operator in a sawmill. For time work above 40 hours in a week, she earns time and a half. 1.5. How much does Bev earn for working 46 hours in a week? So the regular hour is 40 hours, and she worked 6 extra hours. For 40 hours, she earns $25 per hour. So we can just multiply 25 times 40. And for the extra 6 hours, she earns 1.5 more money. So what we're going to do is 25. So that becomes 1.5. So you're going to multiply 1 and 1 over 2 times by 6 hours. Okay? Alright, so let's look at this. 25 times 40. So use your calculator, everyone. 25 times 40 will be $1,000. Okay? Plus, so 25 times 1 and 1 over 2. So 25 times is same as 25 over 1 times 1 and 1 over 2. Let's change this to improper fraction. 3 over 2 times by 6. So 6 is same as 6 over 1. So it's multiplication, everyone. So we do multiplications first, and then we're going to add later. So 25 times 3, 1 times 2. So this is 75 over 2. Okay? So this part is 75 over 2 times by 6 over 1. So we rewrite the equation, the expression. And 1,000 plus 75 times 6, 75 over 2 times 6 over 1. We're going to reduce the fraction. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 6 divided by 2 becomes 3. Okay, then 1,000 plus. So 1 times 1, the bottom becomes 1. 75 times 3, so that is 225. So if you can't do mental math, you can just use your calculator. 70 times 3 is 225. Alright, everyone, 225 over 1. We can just omit division bar and 1. So 1,000 plus 225 in total, that is $1,225. So the answer is this. Okay. Alright, everyone, that is it for today's lesson. So now start doing your homework. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye-bye.